it's Haiti and I'm here with a video about different minimalist entertainment options, with this video specifically talking about Netflix. So the purpose of these videos is to talk about different ways that minimalists like to dive into their passions and interests. Mine specifically are very entertainment focused. So the last video I made was about Disneyland. I love everything about Disney, whether it's the parks or the movies or even Disney Channel. But I also really like Netflix, the whole idea of streaming platforms and the original content that they make also. And so even though this is a video talking about how minimalists can dive deep into their passions, this is also a video just of me talking about the different shows and movies that I like to watch on Netflix. So the idea of minimalism is to consume intentionally and not just consume just to consume. So whenever I watch Netflix, I am definitely paying attention, sitting down and just putting all my focus into what I'm watching. I'm not really putting it in the background as just mind-numbing content. So when I first got Netflix, I was about a teenager in high school. I was not okay with the idea of watching new content or starting new shows if I had no idea what they were about. So I tended to stick to my comfort zone and watch nostalgic TV shows like The Rugrats and Family Guy. But then I started watching documentaries because I thought documentaries are supposed to be boring, they're supposed to be educational, there's no other hidden agenda to it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But either way, you're getting educational information that is good for you, that is intentional. And so for about a year, my first year of having Netflix, that was really all I was doing. I was watching old TV shows like That 70s Show, Pokemon, Futurama, including the documentaries that I was watching. So really, it was for the first few years that all I was watching were nostalgic TV shows that I was watching growing up. But then Netflix started releasing original content like 13 Reasons Why, House of Flowers, Fuller House, On My Block, and I just fell in love. I really did want to get into House of Cards and Orange is the New Black, but I was still a teenager and watching R-rated or MA content in my house was still not approved upon in a Christian home. So it was mostly the PG-13 type series that I was watching, but I do plan on watching those eventually just because I really do trust Netflix and their content. I'm really bummed out though that Fuller House and 13 Reasons Why are about to completely be over. Each series has about 4 to 5 seasons, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with my time. No, but I mean, I do plan on just expanding my interests and watching a lot more content. And so currently, at this time, during this quarantine, I have a lot of extra time and I'm actually diving into the Arrowverse. So for those who do not know the Arrowverse, basically the CW started an entire universe of DC related superheroes, and like I mentioned in my Disneyland video, I really do enjoy action and superhero movies and TV shows. So I have a friend who recommended The Flash, but when I started watching The Flash, I realized that I needed to watch the entire universe of TV series, and that started with Arrow. So I started with Arrow, and there's this idea of like the timeline that everyone is at. If we take the Arrow season 3, that is the equivalent of the Flash season 1. So I'm kind of aligning my timeline there, but really as of now I'm watching Arrow and the Flash. And then there's crossover episodes with Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow, but those two other shows I don't really watch every single episode. I just watch mainly like the beginning and the ending of the season. including the crossover so that I have an idea of what's going on in the universe, because really I don't have time to watch all of them. In terms of movies, really all I've been watching are older movies that used to be blockbusters, but now they're not really talked about as much anymore, and so they're included in Netflix. On my list, I'm planning on watching Inception, 2012, Olympus Has Fallen, those type of action type movies. I really like musicals, so I watched Burlesque. I've watched a ton of musicals on there, like West Side Story when it was on Netflix, Hairspray. And on my list currently, I still need to watch Cadillac Records and Jersey Boys. So yeah, those are the types of movies and TV series that I'm interested in watching on Netflix. So if you have any recommendations, feel free to drop them down in the comments. And if you have any general questions about minimalist entertainment options, maybe including Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu. I don't really watch Hulu, but if there's any questions or something you would like to let me know about Hulu, feel free to let me know. And so I will see you in the next video.